breaking news. Another big drug cartel scandal has just been discovered. A 350 million drug lab has been shut down in the quiet farming town of Falkrust in Mpumalanga, right on the border of KwaZulu-Natal. Police made a bust after weeks of covert intel and community tips led investigators to the secluded farm. Inside of the farm, what they found was the full-scale crystal meth lab, one of the largest they ever discovered in South Africa. Six suspects have been arrested, five of them of foreign national, including four from Mexico and a local caretaker. Two others believed to be of Western African nationality, possibly Nigerian. The bust was so major that Provincial Commissioner Major General Zeph Mkhwanazi and the other top brass made a personal visit to the scene. Authorities believe that the suspect entered the country illegally and now facing serious charges under both drug and immigration rights. But here where things get deeper. According to the insider, this operation had been running since January of this year, right under everyone's nose. In the quiet town, you'd never suspect the international drug trafficker were cooking a meth lab, similar of like Breaking Bad. Local raised alarms during a public hearing promoting intelligence unit to move in, eventually leading to the historic takedown. Authorities are now calling for tighter border control and tougher laws to prevent South Africa from becoming a playground for international cartels. You can go to Mexico and build a drug lab, one official said. So why are they doing here? So with the suspect due in court and the lab completely dismantled, one thing is clear, the war on drugs in South Africa just hit a major turning point. Watch the video attached.
Police in Mpumalanga have discovered a drug lab worth 350 million rand in a farm in Falkrust on the border with KwaZulu-Natal. 6 suspects, 5 from a North American country and a caretaker have been arrested. 2 other suspects, believed to be from West Africa, managed to evade arrest after fleeing to nearby bushes. According to police, they acted after receiving a tip-off about suspicious activities on the farm following a strange chemical smell emanating from the premises. Police spokesperson Fundiswa Mapanga says a multidisciplinary law enforcement team, including the Home Affairs Department, proceeded to the farm. On noticing police, the suspects attempted to flee on foot, but were quickly apprehended. The suspects are expected to appear in the local court soon.
Police in Mpumalanga have discovered a drug lab worth 350 million rands in a farm in Falkrust on the border with KwaZulu-Natal, and 6 suspects, 5 from a North American country and a caretaker, have been arrested. 2 other suspects, believed to be from West Africa, also managed to evade arrest after fleeing to nearby bushes.
Provincial Commissioner Major General Zeph Mkhwanazi is visiting a drug lab valued at 350 million rands in a farm in Falkrust on the border with KwaZulu-Natal. 6 suspects, 5 from North America and a caretaker, have been arrested. 2 other suspects, believed to be from West Africa, managed to evade arrest after fleeing to nearby bushes. The suspects are expected to appear in the local court soon. SABC News reporter Calvin Klutler is there for us and joins us live now. Calvin, what do we know about the discovery of this lab?
Good afternoon to you and to our SABC viewers at home. Yes, indeed, we are here in Falkrust. Falkrust is in Mpumalanga. It's a small town between Newcastle and Standerton. That is where we are. We heard that there was a drug lab that was discovered, and it was shut down last week, Friday. But let me introduce the MEC responsible for community safety here in Mpumalanga. That is MEC Jackie Masia, who will be able to explain more on this drug lab. Thank you very much for your time. We are live on SABC News 404. First and foremost, let's talk about this drug lab. How did you know about it?
Thank you very much for the opportunity. We knew about this lab, I think, 3 weeks ago, when the executive, the premier, took the executive to come and visit Falkrust. Then on our public hearing engagement with the community and all the stakeholders, the matter was raised on that meeting that there is a laboratory that is manufacturing drugs around here, but they don't know the whereabouts exactly in terms of the place where it's situated. However, after that, we left as the executive. Then we spoke to the station commander to say, no, they must look after the matter and establish whether the community what is raising is factually or not. Then after that, then we receive a tip-off again to say, no, now they know the place. After that, then we send our intelligence. The intelligence came here and worked with the community, the guys that, the people whom they assisted us with the information. Then finally we have a breakthrough of this lab after we have discovered this lab. Then we found out that this old farm, the owner of the farm has passed away, and the wife is now taking care of the farm. But there is a caretaker whom we have arrested him with 4 Mexican and also 2 Nigerian who were able to run away yesterday, a day before yesterday, after they realized that the police are now in the place and also want to arrest them. Then upon arriving for the police and also all our multidisciplinary stakeholders, we discovered this serious lab where the crystal meth is being manufactured here. The amount of drugs estimated on the street value is 350 million that are being manufactured. It's one of the biggest, it would surpass the one that we have discovered in Standard Ton, I think 3 to 2 months ago. So we are calling for the community, and we want to appreciate to the community to say thank you very much for working with us. Finally, we've made sure that those who are arrested, the 4 Mexican plus 1 South African and also the 2 Nigerian who are still at large, they are going to be charged with drugs and drug act of South Africa and also Migration Act, because upon the investigation we found out that these Mexican, they are here illegally. There are no documents that indicate that indeed they are here legally so. So the Migration Act will take place in terms of that. All of the things that they will charge on will make sure that we put a solid case against them. We've assigned through the Provisional Commissioner detective that are going to manage this case until its finality. We want to make sure that we send a strong message. But what we can say to the South African, it's a worrying factor to us as authorities. It's a matter that we need to take care of, because we can't have a situation in our country where foreign national will come here without proper channels and able to manufacture a big factory like this one of drugs, because the drugs that are being manufactured at the end of the day are going to be sold or are sold to our children in South Africa, and it also kill our future for the South African citizen.
How long do you think they have been operating? Did you get that?
The information that we've gathered up to so far, the Mexican, they have arrived here in January. The machine that we are seeing here were mounted and also mounted and made to be run around January up to date.
And is it crystal meth only that was being manufactured here?
Yeah, so far the investigation that the information that we have received through our investigators is that the crystal meth only.
Falkrust is a quiet town, and you would imagine that it might have taken long for you to discover this, because this is not a busy town. What is it that you will do to make sure that this does not happen again in any part of Mpumalanga?
If you notice where we are, indeed you are correct when you say Falkrust is a very quiet town, not a busy town. They look at, I think, in their strategy, they look at the town like that, the quiet town like Falkrust. Then you can see where we are. Even the farm itself is so quiet, you cannot think of anything bad that is happening around this farm. What we can do, we need to set up a team with SAPS and also our municipality to make sure that all these farms are being audited and able to know who operates the farm, what is it that they are doing on this farm. That is the audit that we are going to make sure that together with municipality and also the SAPS are making sure that indeed they investigate all the farm around Mpumalanga, not only here in Falkrust, around Mpumalanga. Then we'll able to know who is the owner of that farm, who is doing on that farm, that particular individual, upon establishing everything.
How did those who tipped you knew that this is happening here?
I'm not going to divulge on that one, how they knew about this, but the bottom line that they've assisted us here we are. Remember, this is our, they inform us in confidence, so we are not going to expose any information beyond this. What we are happy is that we have made sure that we have arrested, there is a breakthrough. Yes.
So I see this place is busy. There's a crime scene now. Have you taken all the drugs out of here, everything?
Yes, we have taken everything out of here. Now it's under the police. Then upon completing the investigation, it's going to be presented before the court of law, so that we'll able to get the necessary message towards the perpetrators of this crime.
Here you are saying that you are on the lookout for 2 Nigerian nationals. Any specific time for this lookout, turnaround time?
Definitely, we have activated our 72-hour action plan. We need to make sure that we arrest them soon as possible, within 72 hours.
I know this is not your portfolio because you are responsible for community safety. There have been concerns from South Africans about illegal nationals who are here in South Africa, either from any part of the country, of Africa, being involved in criminal activities. What do you think needs to be done, especially coming from law enforcers, in order to curb that?
We need to change our law, that's number one. Number two, we tighten our border, the ins and out. We must know who is coming out of South Africa, who's going out in South Africa, profile them properly. Then we need to change the law. If our South African found in Mexico doing this thing, we'll be talking a different story. But because it's South Africa, our laws sometimes are a bit relaxed. They've got too much human rights. I think on this one, we'll make sure that those who are, because it's us who are in charge, who are lawmakers, it's important that the matter must be reviewed in terms of how we deal with these issues, particularly on the foreign national coming to South Africa to do things that are not supposed to be done here in South Africa, because yourself, you cannot go even in Mozambique or anywhere and do this thing that they are doing in South Africa. So we need to change the storyline. We need to change the behavior as South African and also as lawmakers.
Thank you very much for your time. Let me release you. Thank you very much. That was MEC responsible for community safety and liaison. I'm talking about MEC Jackie Masie engaging SABC about this drug lab. We are told that 4 Mexican nationals who are here in South Africa illegally and 1 South African have been arrested, and they are appearing in Falkrust tomorrow morning. That was revealed by SAPS communications officer. I'm talking about Colonel Mfundiswa Maphanga. As you can see here in this lab, police are all over. Our video journalist is showing you at this drug lab, millions and millions of friends, according to the MEC. He is saying that so we need to tighten our borders. We need to profile everyone who is coming to South Africa, coming from outside the country. He did indicate, though, that they are looking for 2 Nigerian nationals, and they have activated their 17-hour operation. They will have to arrest them. But as I have said, we are in Falkrust, a major bust up by the cops, and senior top brass police officers are here, including the acting commissioner, Dr. Zeph Mkhwanazi, is also here. Back to you in studio in Auckland Park.
Thank you so much for that, Calvin. Really do appreciate it.